Hey guys, Automatic Garage back today. We have a 2003 Excursion here, and today we're not going to show you what to do, but we're going to show you what, Bubba?
Not to do.
What not to do. So, truck came in for, hey, I got something popping on the front, steering don't feel great. And by the way, are these important? Because the last guy that worked on it said he forgot to put them on and said I didn't really need them. Okay, so that's check mark 1 on what not to do. So, Brian was here the other day. He said, hey, hop up in the truck, do the steering. Let me see what's popping. So all the bolts for this drop track bar bracket were loose. So we tightened that up. That got rid of the big thud in the floor. So then we just had some small thuds, which was wore out track bar bushing up here. And this bolt was loose also. And then we got wore out tie rod ends and a sloppy drag link. And he said, well, the guy did my ball joints. And that's when he forgot to put the dust shields on. So you come over here, and this was just done pretty recent. I mean, look how good that boot is pushed on there. Not to mention, when you go to do the steering, I mean, you should be able to turn that. Okay, so yeah, got that. So then we pull the rotors off here. What do we find next? I said, before I even pull the rotor off, I said, what is up with this? This is stretched so tight here. Pull it off and look where your ABS sensor is pointing. It's down here. That's what this little notch right here is for. So that's not to bind. Not to mention, did somebody say, hey, what's this 8mm bolt for? Here. Oh, it's what holds your ABS line on. That's important. Am I missing anything, Bubba?
I haven't seen nothing else yet. I mean, but we're not done
that's
yet.
enough for me. We got binding ball joints, hubs put on wrong, dust shields left off, ABS.
They tightened it back up though.
They did tighten it up. At least it didn't fall out. I mean, I'll just give them that much credit.
We have it to put back in.
Just can't believe that. Not to mention, before we even got to this part, pulling the dadgum lug nuts off. I don't know what Chinese lug nuts these are, but you damn near got to beat the keyway onto it, and then you got to send Bubba over to the vise.
And this doesn't work.
Yeah, there's the wrong keyway in it too. You got to send Bubba over to the vise to get the lug nut out for every one you take off, because the key don't even fit the lug nuts good, and none of the keys I have do here. Anyways, I'm sure we'll catch up with y'all in a minute when we find something else great here. All right, we're back already. So look at this ABS line. I hadn't took this side apart yet, but it's run down. I don't even know how they did this. How do you get this wrong? I mean, did nobody say, hey, what's these little clips for? We're missing 8mm over here. Hopefully I got one in my factory bolt bucket. Hey, Bubba, show me how easy it is to spin that spindle there. It's too easy. That's the one. I hear something. It's got a little bit in it.
Not much.
All right.
What about the other?
Oh, I know how this one feels. This is what gives you the infamous memory steer. Give it all you got.
That's everything.
And we didn't show it a minute ago, but Bubba undid the hub on the other side, and it should be a reasonably tight fit. It pretty much just fell right off in your hand.
So that's what I was thinking. After I about busted my ass.
Well, so yeah, memory steer right here. So we're gonna do new Moog ball joints. We got a new track bar coming, because in all reality, you can replace the whole track bar cheaper than paying me labor to do the bushings on the end. So we're doing a new track bar, which will have new bushings. He brought all these parts with him, which, no, I'm not a fan of these parts, but we got new drag link. Well, actually, yeah, we got new drag link, new tie rod ends, and new sway bar end links. And you know what I forgot to order?
What?
Some sway bar bushings. Hey, you want to guess how tight this ball joint is? Are you shitting me? So you didn't even have to use a breaker bar, or did you break it loose with the breaker bar?
I put it in there and it moved like 1/10 of an inch and came out, and it's loose enough I can take it out with my hand.
He is strong. Is he like Samson? If he cuts his beard, he loses it?
You have to ask Mama if I cut the beard.
So it is the next day. We're still working on the excursion. And I made a really stupid mistake yesterday. I ordered the Moog ball joints like I always do, because they're made in America still. And they actually sent me Precision, and I just opened the boxes, set the ball joints out, pressed them all in. As soon as I got done and I was putting the caps on them, I realized I was like, these are freaking Precision ball joints. So I went and looked at my receipt here, and they actually charged me for the Moogs right there, as you can see, but sent the Precision. So doing the right thing and knowing that I wouldn't want those in my truck, I got to press them all back out. And we're installing the Moogs now. So always use quality ball joints, whether you use Moog or Spicer or the actual Ford OEM ones. What's the other one that people talk about? Kryptonite or whatever they are, ball joints. I've heard good things about them too. But use a quality ball joint. Don't use cheap stuff. These trucks are not, I mean, they're heavy trucks. They're getting beat on the roads. I don't know how y'all's roads are, but all of ours suck. So put a good ball joint in there that'll last. So after you put your ball joints in, you torque them in the correct order, which is 35 on the bottom, 69 on the top, and then 150 on the bottom. And while I'm torquing these, I'm doing this while I'm torquing. And this is what you should have when you're done. You're gonna have resistance, but you should not be sitting here having to jerk on it and use all your strength to turn this. And these, you're gonna still even feel like, I mean, it has some resistance right now, but you have to let the ball joints break in, and you have to grease these really good, which I grease these on the bench before I even put them on here. So this is what you get when you're done, and that's the way it should be. If you want a good video on doing a complete ball joint job, I have that. Go check it out on the channel. Maybe I'll put a link on it right here also. But this is just kind of a video of showing you what not to do of what we had before we started here. All right, so the next thing we got is these seals were reused, and you can see it should not have been reused. And if I remember right, he was saying his automatic hubs weren't working on his four-wheel drive either. This would be a good reason why here. But that's all, already knocked that one off. It was actually even worse than this one. So we got brand new seals to put on here, and we got the brand new dust seal to put on here also, which these wear out pretty quick. But we're gonna replace them anyways. All right, guys, so just a quick video showing you here what not to do. Be careful who you trust to do work on your truck, and by all means, do it yourself. I got a video on doing ball joints on one of these trucks that can walk you right through the process. Make sure you buy quality products. Use a Spicer or a Moog or something that's made in America that's a quality heavy-duty ball joint, and do it right the first time and be done with it, and don't leave parts off your truck is the key thing here also. Don't forget, this month, if you're a Patreon member, our giveaway is this Creeder Elite 2.0 scanner that was sent to us to review, and we reviewed it, and it works pretty good for diagnosing your power stroke. So if you're not a member of our Patreon right here, go check it out. If you want to help contribute to the channel, create more content, and be entered for a giveaway every month, and have access to calling me when you need help with diagnosing something, that's all part of being a Patreon member, and we appreciate that. Go check out the other content on our channel here. Lots of power stroke and diesel and other Ford content here on the channel. Go check us out at automedicgarage.com, Facebook and Instagram, and we'll holler at y'all later.